Yes, sir. Having some technical difficulties real quick. Give me 1 second. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your first official show of Dead in the Water.
Glad to be here.
Yes, sir. That is your co-host, Spence, aka Spencer. I call him Spence. Been knowing Spence for quite some time. And all we do is talk sports, ladies and gentlemen. That is all we do. It's all we do. So, as you notice, Turf doesn't have on any Raiders stuff. I get it. You're still going to see a lot of Raiders stuff. But shout out to Spence for coming through, man. He took that truck all the way over from, the other side of Austin, if you will, to come hang out with your boy, man. And, we got the game on over here. And, we're not talking our teams. So, I'll let him explain who his teams are when it comes to all of them. Yeah, let the world know, who's your squads, man, and who you cheer for and root for the most.
Well, I'm a Patriots fan. I'm from New England. So you
can't hear that, y'all. I just booed you. I'm totally joking. Go ahead.
Raider Nation. We're sorry. Sorry, we stole your thunder the one time you had a shot. But, we tried to give you our coaches. Sorry about that, too.
Exactly, right?
Hopefully, Brady doesn't give you Belichick.
That would be absolutely horrible. That would absolutely be horrible.
How funny would that be? Belichick taking over the Raiders and McDaniels becomes the OC.
And that's exactly what would happen.
And then, Howdy Doody would be the defensive coordinator.
It would be so bad. It would be so bad. Man, I don't know this. So if y'all didn't understand why we named this show Dead in the Water, damn it, it's because all of our teams are dead in the water.
Seriously, New England's already been looking at the mock drafts in the upcoming season. We're 6 weeks into the season. Yep. They're already fast forwarding.
Yep.
Drake May starting last week was the glimmer of hope that we had in the season. It's they'll probably be quickly extinguished this week.
Yep. Well, I mean, who do you guys play this? You guys. Yeah, you got a team that they have a pretty decent defense.
Their record's the same as ours, so they're just as pathetic. But they're a lot more talent on that team than ours. So,
well, I would say defensively, but offensively. How is your offensive line?
It's like patchwork.
Okay.
They went to high school. We've been raiding practice squads for the last 6 weeks to try and cobble it together. Starting left tackle was cut by the Vikings last year.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Our center's from the Raiders.
That's right. You got our old center that I thought we were going to keep. Don't forget, talking to Mike, too. Yeah.
Can you?
Right. Definitely. Yeah, that much
better.
Yeah, much better as you can stay in the mic. But, yeah, y'all got our center, man, and I actually wanted him to play because everybody and anybody knows that Terrence cannot stand Andre James. Andre James is the worst. The worst.
So, yeah, now it's just about saving face for the rest of the season for both our teams.
Pretty much.
How can we prevent it from being like a 1-win season? That's where we're at now.
Very true. Very, very true. There's nothing we can really say about this, ladies and gentlemen. It's just across the board. We got a few heads rocking with us. We got a lot on X as always. So shout out to all our X viewers. But y'all know how I get down. You know this is basically a TRS affiliate. So you already know this show is all part of the clique. So chat lives absolutely matter. We got two people in the building right now that's within the chat. But they heavy hitters, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to my guy, Tony. Yeah. Salute my brother Turf, Raider Nation, the winds of change. And last but not least, always supporting your boy, man, John Leone. Salute. We get it. We know people are watching the game, but this will be a little twist, man. This is a little something for the people that aren't really, paying attention.
You turn the volume down on Thursday Night Football, the D team.
Exactly.
You don't need to hear them talk anyway. It's like nails on the chalkboard.
There you go. Exactly right, man. Exactly right. So yeah, let me get this thing going here because we're going to jump right into it, man. We're going to jump right into it. Boom. Rookie QBs. Let's talk about it, man. Yeah, give me your take. What are your thoughts? Just ramble.
Oh, wow. All right. Well, we're watching one tonight, Rattler. He hasn't looked terrible. I didn't expect too much from him, but he hasn't totally looked like he's gonna be useless in the NFL. So
yep.
That's promising for the Saints anyway, because we know Derek Carr's,
on his way out.
Yeah. One trip on the sidewalk away from the IR. Caleb Williams. If anybody knows me, they know I was a Jaden guy. I know you're a Jaden guy too. I
100%.
I wanted him so bad in New England, and I was crushed when we couldn't do a misinformation campaign to get Drake May pushed up to 2. But Caleb Williams for the Chicago Bears looked a little rough starting the season, but he's starting to come around. They got a really soft schedule, so I'll believe it when I see him play some of the teams in the later part of the schedule. But so far so good. I'd definitely say he's the second guy on the list. We'll give an inconclusive to JJ McCarthy. Season, rest in peace. And Michael Penix, never knew you. But rookie of the year looks like it's definitely looking like Jaden right now.
Yeah.
He keeps it up. It's not even close. Dude's just on another level.
I agree.
It looks like Lamar who can actually throw the ball.
I couldn't agree with you more, man.
I wouldn't, and honestly, like, I was very impressed with Drake May last week.
Yes, he had a good game.
When I mocked up my stat line for him, I thought he'd throw a touchdown, an interception. I thought his rushing total would be right about where it was. The dude's running ability is a little underrated in my opinion. He can get out there and run. Kind of reminds me a little bit of like Daniel Jones.
Okay.
How he can move, but he's not gonna beat Jaden Daniels in a race.
Not even close.
But he can definitely pick up chunks if you ignore him. So, I pleasantly surprised. We'll see how he does against the Jags. The Jags have got a pretty legit defense. So,
how did he drop that? Is anybody watching the game? How did he just drop that? Oh man, that's gotta hurt. 49 seconds left in the second quarter. That was awful. So you got Jaden Daniels, huh? And
Jaden is rookie of the year right now. It's a no-brainer.
Yeah, the only other rookie, and you guys are probably gonna think I'm crazy, but not my Raider fans. Brock Bowers. He's got a shot. He's leading all tight ends, let alone rookies.
He is legit. No doubt about it. Like I knew Bowers and McConkey were going to be NFL caliber when they hit the field, for sure. Like
Yep.
Lad McConkey is starting to tear it up too for the Chargers.
Yep.
But yeah, you're right. I mean, if it was a non-quarterback to win Rookie of the Year, it's going to definitely be Bowers.
I think so. But it's impossible. You're right. The way that Jaden is playing right now, absolutely
They didn't
impossible.
win for, like 10 quarters or something.
It's,
Like, that doesn't happen. Like
It's
2.5
silly.
Games, no punts,
it's silly.
80% completion. I mean, it's sick.
Jesus, these guys are playing like pure trash.
There's nobody out here.
Now you guys, ladies and gentlemen, understand why we are giving y'all something to watch on Thursday night tonight. Not all of these Thursday night games will be trash, and more than likely you'll hear us, switching, and as we're watching, start talking about the game here and there too. But don't get your hopes up if you want us to talk about this one. We're seeing
Nick just hit him in the chest. Terrible place.
terrible. Yeah, I think Jaden is absolutely on track. He's gonna win it. I think Bo Nix is an idiot right now as far as how he's playing for his team, and he's gonna get himself hurt. Have you been watching? He's been running. He's acting like he's got wheels or something.
He got the first leg of my parlay.
That's right. The parlays are in, and y'all stay tuned. Like I said, we got a lot to talk about, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, we got 4 solid categories. I mean, we're just scratching the surface right now, talking about the rookie QBs. There's a lot to talk about there. As we're watching 2 of them tonight, Bo Nix and Rattler. So, yeah.
I didn't mention Bo Nix, but Bo's looked pretty solid. Honestly, I didn't really think he was gonna blow the world away when he got drafted, but I thought he'd be exactly what he is. He's a good game manager.
Bingo. Bingo. And in honesty, we could have used that. No, honestly, yeah. I look, and
Would you rather have Bo Nix than Brock Bowers?
No. Oh no. I would never. I'm happy with what we got, but it's just wild we didn't get a quarterback in the draft. Hindsight, easy to say that now, but wow, was it wild to not get a quarterback?
Could have Rattler.
I mean, we could have had a lot of guys, man. This kid is running for his life all game. That's all I've noticed.
That's how bad his receivers are. Nobody's getting anywhere near being open.
Yeah, it's a nightmare. Field goal heaven. Yep. I wonder how many they've kicked already.
If you're looking to bet this game in game, take the under. Take the under.
100%.
This game's not going over 30.
Nope. I agree. I totally agree. So who do you think is the worst quarterback? Who do you think
the worst of the draft?
Yeah, who do you think is the absolute worst as of right now, right? I mean, it's still early.
Can't say anything about McCarthy or Penix because they haven't played. Of the guys that have played in games so far, it would have to be Rattler, right? I mean, would you have one touchdown, 2 picks or something?
Yeah.
I mean, he hasn't really done much tonight either.
Nope.
Not that he has much to work with. It's kind of tough when you lose your top 2 receivers, but
I agree.
It's but you know what? At the same time, nobody had really much of an expectation for him. So.
Nope. Well,
I could say Joe Milton.
Where is he right now? I forgot about him.
He's the emergency third quarterback for the Patriots. He's active every week. If something catastrophic happened, Milton would be the guy.
Right.
Let's hope that never happens. I saw him play in the preseason, and I can tell you now I understand what Tennessee fans are talking about.
Right.
And he has no touch.
Shout out to my guy, Raider Paul in the building. Salute Turf Raiders. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about everything. As you can see, Turf has no Raider gear on. This is a whole complete brand new show. If you haven't heard, it's called Dead in the Water. Co-hosted by myself, yours truly, Turf, and my main man, Spence. Spence is a Patriots fan. You gotta forgive him. He'll be, at least he's from Massachusetts, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna give you a salute and props to that because, right? I mean, even me, at least I have a pass because Connecticut never had a team, right? So, but we're buddies, man. We're literally 20 minutes away from each other, almost, if you will. As far as growing up, we didn't meet till we got here in Texas.
For the Patriots because they didn't go to Connecticut.
Yeah, I know. So a lot of people, I've told that story plenty of times, but I'll say it again. A lot of people don't remember back in the 80s, UConn and the Patriots made a deal. And they built a stadium in East Hartford, Connecticut that UConn and the Patriots were supposed to co-occupy. And they stood us up at the altar last minute. Basically, they used us to force Massachusetts to build them a stadium. That's what it boiled down to. So I've hated them ever since.
But as a result, Raider Nation got Terrence.
Right? That's how y'all got me. Now you stuck. How you like this rum, man?
It's good.
It is good, right? I got this rum again, ladies and gentlemen, and it is just fire. They would sell out if they sold this stuff here in the United States. I'm telling you, I don't even drink rum at all, let alone trying to drink it straight and it's smooth. Hopefully one day they'll be able to get over here in the country and they can give me a sponsorship because otherwise I'm not telling y'all what it is. It's good though. Nah, but yeah, now that you say, Rattler, you know who I want to see play? Bradley. Yes, our quarterback that's on the practice team. That's Gus Bradley's son. Isn't it Carter Bradley? I believe. I want to see everybody play. I think as far as both of our teams, it is what it is. I
thought you were going to throw out the Florida State quarterback.
Jordan Travis. Isn't he in the Jets?
Yes.
That's interesting, but he's coming off that major injury. So is he even ready?
I don't know. I have not heard, but you know what? Like Aaron Rodgers, one hit away from being down.
I agree, and he's getting hit.
Yeah. He does not look like he's long for this world. He's taking a lot of abuse.
Oh, it's starting to take his toll. He's definitely a few steps slower.
They're gonna light the East up though in the next couple of weeks. The show is gonna be real. Aaron Rodgers is gonna put up some numbers.
Yep. No, I agree. It's
unfortunate because I think we got to play him in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, you do. That's a weird division now. It started out hot with a bunch of good teams, and
now we got Devontae Adams and Amari Cooper.
I don't know how that happened. I don't know how that happened.
But I mean, yeah, we're definitely not finishing him first. That's for sure.
Right. Nah, not in that.
All we're trying to do is beat Miami to the bottom.
Right. And that's the weirdest thing, man, because even that division with, y'all in it, it's still a tough division, man. The Bills, the Jets, it's not going to be a cakewalk.
No. And I'll tell you what, Drake May is going to make it hard to get wins. We may not win a lot of games, but he definitely looks like he's going to be able to at least put up a fight.
Right.
That was our problem. I mean, Jacoby, I love him to death. And he's my guy, but
it's done.
He looked like his arm was cooked 5 years ago.
Yeah, it didn't look good for him. I agree.
So, I mean, he forced Drake May in.
Right.
Jacoby's play was that bad. He forced the organization to put May in. They didn't want to. I know for a fact that the Patriots wanted to wait until at least like week 11.
Right.
They're looking end of the season, and he was that bad. It just wasn't competitive.
It makes sense, man.
So May will make it competitive. He may not. He's going to make a lot of mistakes, but it'll be at least a lot more interesting to watch.
Right. Mr. Took Your Soul. I would take him making mistakes before we go back to Minshew. I agree, bro. Everybody knows that I've been a huge AOC supporter, right? You know all that stuff. So, I mean, yeah, it's just the good old adage saying, right? When you have two quarterbacks, you have no quarterback. And we knew this all season. When you hear there's a quarterback battle, that means you don't have a quarterback. Would you take it that way?
Yeah.
Right? I mean, moving forward, ladies and gentlemen, no matter how young or old you are, that's a saying that you can pretty much, hang your hat on. If your team is trying out two quarterbacks, you don't have a quarterback. And I'm still shocked that we went through the whole draft and didn't get a rookie quarterback.
Yeah. I'm surprised, honestly, that Minshew was the guy that you guys went after, too. Honestly, if you weren't going to go through the draft for a quarterback, there were a lot of quarterbacks you could have brought in that probably would have given you a better chance than Minshew.
Yep.
Like maybe even Flacco.
Well, it's a great point.
Looked pretty good.
Flacco has looked outstanding. For his age and what he's doing, dude. Yeah, he's doing the thing. Yeah, I'm happy for him. Right? It's not often you get to do that. Not often you get to do that at all at that age, man. That's impressive.
So we both agree on Rookie of the Year, the quarterback so far, Jaden Daniels. I don't think that's much of a stretch.
Nope, not even close. I don't.
Who do you think will go to a second contract out of this draft class?
Ooh,
it's early. It's 6 games, but I mean, based on what you've seen,
right?
Any of these guys worthy of a second contract, or?
That's a great question.
I would imagine Caleb and Jaden for sure.
They're definitely getting contracts.
Drake May's played 1 game, so
but he's going to get a contract. At this point,
after the first season, everybody thought Mac Jones was going to get another contract.
I forget about that.
Using the Pro Bowl.
I forget about that. I'm not going to lie. I actually did forget about you guys and Mac Jones just that fast. That's how forgettable. It's not my fault, right? Unfortunately, man, Mac.
But that's how quickly it can turn on a quarterback. That's what happens. You put a defensive coordinator in charge of an offense.
There you have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
So it's 6 games is early. I would definitely say that all of these guys I've seen so far, maybe not Rattler.
Right.
Rattler might be a stretch. Bo Nix, it's Denver, so
the donkeys.
Admitted, John Elway is not the best at running a team.
Bro.
John Elway wasn't a Bronco Hall of Fame. He would have been fired 3 years ago.
Yes, you are absolutely right, man. And, bringing that up, I don't mean to pivot into this, on purpose, but this is what scares me about us and Brady. Right? When does it ever work out? What's your feelings on that? Honest opinion,
I don't really know what the fascination is with the Raiders, like why he wanted to be a part owner of the Raiders. It's a little surprising, to be honest. Like, I would think that honestly, I would have thought he would have been a natural fit with the Patriots, but I guess that means Kraft didn't want to share. So
Yes, that I think
I'm sure he went to him.
that I don't see how he wouldn't have, and that's why I'm like, man, this is strange to me.
But on the flip side, it's even more surprising that Mark Davis wanted him.
Well,
I mean, he's the GOAT, but
right, something that came to my attention that I didn't realize, man. The guy has no heirs. Think about it.
he's no.
No, he has no kids. Mark Davis has 0 kids, ladies and gentlemen. So who is he going to give it to? I was shocked. I'm not going to lie. I didn't realize he literally had no children.
So you think he's going to leave it to Brady?
I think he's giving it to that group.
Wow.
Well,
So that's why Brady wants it. Like, you give me $1 billion?
he knows it's going to be his in the end. I mean, what else are you? Yeah, it's an interesting situation. It really, honestly is. But yeah, I don't know.
I don't even know how I feel about that. Like the thought of like Brady wearing silver and black.
I
I
know.
don't know.
It's strange.
It just doesn't feel right.
It's all strange. It's all strange. It's all strange
I
stuff.
saw the mock-up of Belichick in the black and silver. Oh my god!
It doesn't even
It didn't
look right
does not look right. Does not look right.
at all. At all. Oh man. Interesting. That's interesting stuff. Yeah. So I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little nervous. I'm a little nervous about this whole Brady thing
I will
because
tell you this: Brady being around probably is a good sign for you guys going after Shador.
yes, because you already know that's been his guy.
You already know. So yeah, that might bode very well for you guys.
I like it. I like it.
I think Shador is going to be good.
I don't understand that.
Colorado, because I mean, they're just not a good team,
Right.
but he's good. I think that like Dion is just too much focused on the names and not building a team.
Right.
There's just not enough real players in Colorado to make it matter. He's got like what 6, 7 former player kids on his team, but I mean that's basically it. Everybody else is off the scrap heap,
Right.
and the ones that didn't run away from him as fast as they could last year, right? I thought I heard that like almost the entire team turned over or something.
Yeah.
And when he took over, he turned the whole team over. So that's 2 years of
Turnover.
nearly full turnover.
Yes.
So I mean, you can't win like that.
No.
The portal's a good way to help you fill out your roster, but that can't be your sole recruiting.
I agree. I 100% wholeheartedly agree.
Yeah. So a little of the shine came off Dion, I think. But it doesn't seem to have affected Travis Hunter or Shador Sanders.
Not at all. Not at all.
Everybody's getting paid.
So yeah, what is your thoughts on NIL college? You know, you got a son that's about to hit the ranks, and you know, I'm trying to learn all I can. Y'all all know that my baby girl is at University of Minnesota doing her thing. So yeah, what's your thoughts on it?
I'm all for the college kids getting paid. I'm all for the portal. I never liked the fact that the whole way it went down before, like once you locked into a school, they owned you.
Right.
You know,
Never liked it.
it's like I really despised the old Alabama teams before the portal that would just like hoard talent layers deep.
Straight
You know?
deep. Just
It's like
every year.
what they had a draft. I think where 4 running backs off their team got drafted, and only 3 of them even played. The 4th one didn't even. I think maybe it was Jacobs that didn't play.
Right. That's right.
Is that
That's
right?
right. It is right.
Yeah.
It was Josh Jacobs.
It's just disgusting. So I'm glad that those kids can, transfer to Mississippi State or
Wherever.
Colorado or, wherever they can get that can actually allow them to play. And, I think that's why you're seeing like a team, like Alabama lose to a team like Vanderbilt.
Yes.
Right? There's more parity now in the college ranks. The talent's spread out. You can see it a lot in football, like in the basketball side of things, right? You have teams, like it's weird because you see a team pop out of nowhere like Florida, right?
Yep.
A year ago they couldn't beat anybody, and all of a sudden they've got 5 stars everywhere.
That money. That money.
So that's the flip side of things, but it's football. It's a lot harder to do that, So it actually, I feel like it works, and I'm
right.
Using it. It's all the money was being hoarded by the schools. I'm glad to see that the money is now flowing through to the kids, and now you're starting to see some kids, they stay a little longer. They're not afraid to do that senior year.
I mean, they're probably going to make more money than they will on their rookie contract. So
exactly, why wouldn't you? It's like, especially like Quinn Ewers this year. Like he could have come out last year, probably would have gone somewhere in between, rounds 1 and 5, probably before Rattler, but not before like a Bo Nix. Maybe would have gone over a Bo Nix. I don't know, but Ewers stayed. Now he's like I think he's the second quarterback, second or third. They're all right there at the top. They're going to be first round picks. And Ewers is making, what did I think, $7 million or something crazy.
It's crazy.
He's in everything. He's on everything down here. Law firm commercials, chips,
all of it.
GB. I mean, he's everywhere. He's everywhere. So I mean, he's getting paid. And good for them.
Yes. Yes.
They need to figure out how to handle it with the rest of the team, because I do think it's a little crazy when you got 2 or 3 kids making $6 million a year, and then everybody else is like McDonald's and
getting $5,000 a semester.
I mean, you were a D1 athlete, so you can attest to this. Like as a D1 athlete, what can you do? You can't to earn money.
Nothing. The rules have changed now, but when I was going to school, absolutely nothing. You could not have a job, any of that stuff.
Campus?
Nope. Because they knew, boosters, etc. And I'll keep it a buck. I mean, we got cheesy stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like groceries. We could fill the tank up, with the boosters, they don't get me wrong. I didn't see any of the booster money from that respect. Obviously, the big time guys, I was not a big time guy. The big time guys, particularly on the basketball side of things, they definitely, I'm sure they got taken care of. Shout out to my guy, Nico Harrison, the GM for the Mavs. I know he was getting paid. He's still getting paid till this day. So, yeah, we had a few ballers, man. Yeah, they definitely got their fair share. So,
yeah. So, I mean, bottom line is the system is much better, I think, now than it was. Is it perfect? No, but it's much better than it used to be.
No, I agree.
You heard they just got rid of what is it, the commit day or whatever?
No, I have not.
I think I saw that last week that they did away with that, where you had to like buy a certain date.
Certain date.
School, yeah.
Right. So So one thing that I do know that I know a lot of people don't know about the Big Ten. Every conference is different. Now people don't know this. Every conference is run differently, and each school has the ability to do what they choose and how they see fit with NIL. So, for an example, this is specific to the Big Ten. The way that they've done things, they've ordered all schools to slash positions on teams. Ohio State has to get rid of 120 athletes across the board on all of their athletic teams, men and women. It's just one of the requirements now, on top of the fact that the universities get to pick and choose where they spend the money. So if they decide to give every penny of NIL money to the football team, so be it. And you obviously know there's going to be.
So they don't want to share the money with any other teams, athletic teams, so they're just cutting them.
And they're cutting. So for instance, I know my daughter's gymnastics team, and this is all new to everybody, including the coaching. This is all brand new. It's all new territory. My daughter went in this season with 23 girls on the team, and they don't have 23 anymore after the end of December. They will go down to 20. So we all know what that means. All your walk-ons, right? That's where they're going to start cutting, man. And it's very unfortunate because these girls just got signed on, whether you're a walk-on or not. That's a big deal to be on a team, particularly in gymnastics. Gymnastics is not like football, right? A lot of people can walk on to these places if you can afford to pay for the education. You know what I mean? You can walk on, and they're going to keep X amount of walk-ons, basketball and football. Yeah. But gymnastics is very, very, very different. Very, very different. Shout out to Amber Hernandez. Love it. Salute, Spence. Glad you're enjoying the show, Mama. Enjoy and show up next week. He may not be here in the studio. He may not be in Turf Studios next week, but I'm trying to make sure that he can find somewhere at home, got his laptop, camera, whatever the case may be. We plan on doing this every Thursday, ladies and gentlemen. So get used to it. Yeah. And it won't always be football, right? I mean, it may be basketball, it may be baseball, and y'all know Turf doesn't even like baseball, but I can talk about all of it.
Maybe a Subway series.
Yeah, right?
Hopefully not.
Yeah, we'll have to see. But yeah, man, the quarterback situation, we're already 40 minutes in. See what I'm saying, Spencer? We only got through one category, but this is cool. I'm not exactly. I'm not a clock watcher. I told them, man, we can keep it to an hour. Hey, we can just go. So yeah, we can roll. Yes, we're pulling it up right now. So now, draft winners and losers through week 6. Who do you have?
Draft winners and losers. So, let me take a look. I did bring the draft up.
Heck yeah.
Look at it.
Yeah, eventually I'm gonna get sophisticated, like the other shows. I'll have Spence a laptop.
You got to say Chicago.
Yeah.
Draft, right? Caleb Williams, Roma Tunze. They both look like they're legit, right?
Huge.
I'm scrolling down here. Joe Alt. Talk about the Chargers already had a left tackle, right? So an embarrassment of riches. They get the best tackle in the draft, and they move the best tackle in the draft to right tackle. So, I mean, it's crazy. Malik Neighbors, like the best wide receiver. Harrison, I mean, honestly, hasn't really looked that great so far.
Is it his fault, though?
I don't know.
With Kyler, that struck me. I don't know if you recall that comment that Kyler said initially. about, hey, it's not my job to throw him the ball. And everybody's like, what? Like, yeah, that was a little wild.
Yep. And then you got the Jets taking Fashanu, who I don't even think plays.
I don't think he plays either.
I think he might have got in for a couple plays, maybe even against the Patriots. But, Brock Bowers, you guys had a great first-round draft.
That was monstrous. Shout out to my guy, Raider Rundown. What up, Uncle? What up, Spence? You already know. Hey, Friday is going down, man. It's going down. Friday night is going to be mad. We're going to start getting more. I'm actually even thinking of getting other team, people involved on Friday nights. But it's going to be wild. Shout out to Rundown, man.
So Byron Murphy, like I can tell you firsthand because we played Seattle, Byron Murphy is legit. Byron Murphy is going to cause a lot of problems for a lot of people for a lot of years. I honestly, and I didn't think Xavier Worthy was going to be as impactful as he's been so far.
Right.
I mean, what a surprise. Kansas City drafted him well.
Right? It's just what they do, man.
Yeah.
It's just what they do. Mr. Took Your Soul. The cards are bad. Because Kyler rather play COD. Ah, yeah. That was the weirdest thing I'd ever heard. I'm not gonna lie, coming from a quarterback when he made that comment about getting Harrison the ball. I'm like, that's your weapon. Well, I just didn't understand. That's where I started to look at Kyler Murray a little sideways.
Yeah, I don't know. Harrison's just a little weird. The whole thing that he's doing with EA Sports too, about like not allowing them to use his name and likeness, like
right.
It feels a little strange. Like there's like he might be just kind of one of those guys that maybe people don't like.
Yeah.
Like that's all I can think of with Kyler is maybe he's just like, he just doesn't like him. And he's like, I'm going to answer you. I'm just not going to throw you the ball.
Right. And hey,
slap back.
For all we know where he's coming from.
Yeah.
He's got a daddy that wears a gold jacket, ladies and gentlemen. That in itself, you know what I mean? Entitled. Exactly right. So who the heck knows, man? Hey, my guy Rambo Adventures is in the building. Raider Nation, Thailand in the house. He's from Thailand, man. So what? It's like 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock. Who knows what time it is over there? But he's always showing up, man. He is always showing up. So I appreciate the support, my guy. We talk about everything on this show. I'll give you guys a little bit of look. Y'all see that title, Dead in the Water. That's because Spence is a Patriots fan, and I am obviously a Raider fan, and we are dead in the water, 100%. Yeah. It's only 9:07 a.m. Okay, that's perfect. Good to know, man. Good to know. Exactly. I appreciate it, man. Hopefully we help you get your morning started, man. Rosie Hernandez in the building. Keep up the good work, guys. We appreciate you. Hope you're enjoying the show. Yeah, so for me, draft winners, you hit it. I mean, I'm obviously immediately going to my team. I already told people, man, I like Tough Time Telesco. I mean, I think he's done a great job. He drafted unbelievably well. I think the guy has 3 stars on our team. Everyone obviously agrees with our first round draft pick. Our second round draft pick, I think Jackson Powers is shaping up to potentially be one of the best guards in the NFL. He's got that high motor. I'm telling you. So when I watch Jackson Powers in the game, this dude is so fidgety and anxious that he's got to hit something every play. It's so wild. He'll be in space with nobody just because naturally the line, and he has to find somebody to hit. You just don't find players like that, man. I'm telling you, I am impressed. I am ecstatic, and he's definitely bringing back that AP, violence that he's always talking about that we don't always see so much. So you got two right there. And the one surprise that I thought, some of us are still waiting, right? They're still like, nah, the tape's not completely out, but our right tackle, DJ Glaze. Dude, it's the first time since 2018 that TJ Watt didn't have at least a single pressure on the quarterback.
Wow.
That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, he hasn't had that type of game every game this year in DJ Glaze, but he's a rookie. He's a straight up rookie, guys. He is a player, Mr. Took Your Soul. I agree 100%. So that's three. You're lucky to hit one guy in the draft, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think if you come out of the draft with two starters and maybe one or two players that rotate, it's a successful draft. Like all these people that like criticize all of Belichick's drafts, I'm like, the dude won 6 Super Bowls. Like, I don't know what you can go cherry pick like some picks, like, Cole Strange, like it's not, he reached for some people for sure,
right?
But he hit on a lot of players, and he hit on a lot of them outside of the first round. As far as the draft goes, I think you guys did have a great draft. I wish I could say the same for ours.
Well, I mean,
Drake May looks good so far. That's about all I got.
Right.
It's drafted a right tackle, tried to make him a left tackle. That didn't work.
It's not working out, right?
Drafted a guard from A&M, Layden Robinson. He's looked okay sometimes, but Jalen Polk. I don't remember Jalen Polk dropping balls at Washington.
And now he's dropping them, right?
I was looking at this afternoon, preparing for the show. He's got more drops than Keon
Coleman.
Yes.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and Keon Coleman was known
for dropping the rock
hands in college.
Yes.
So he had a problem with that in college. He's got better hands in the NFL than Jalen Polk.
That doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't. Your hand's supposed to be better.
About it, and his answer was, "I got the best hands in the NFL." It's like, no, you don't. No, you don't. Like, you got hit in the hands 3 times and dropped them. Like, literally, like May hit him right in the hands.
Yeah.
His only catch was for 3 yards last week. It was pretty awful. But he's impressed me in the preseason.
Right.
So, I mean, he's definitely got talent. But as far as the rest of the draft goes, like, the other wide receiver can't even get off.
The
can't even get off the practice field. He's been deactivated every week. So,
crazy.
Hopefully, Javon Baker, former Alabama wide receiver.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we get to see him at some point, and he's actually doing something. But honestly, the guy that stands out of all of our wide receivers is I don't even know how you
pronounce it.
I say Butte, but it's not.
Yes, I know you're talking about. Yeah.
LSU shout out. He he kind of got in Belichick's doghouse last year, but he's looked like the best wide receiver on our team
right
so far this year.
Right.
Like him and Demario Douglas.
Leave people alone. My dog is over here bothering people.
Yeah, I mean, draft grades, I mean, definitely not our team. It's May might be a hit, but everybody else looks like it's very, very shaky right now.
Very iffy, right?
Yeah.
Very iffy.
Joe Milton, like, he spent a sick.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Why?
I don't understand.
Most people were thinking he was going to go undrafted, and we came out of nowhere.
Took a pick. Yeah,
I don't even know why. Like,
it didn't make sense. You would have just got him in free agency. No, I agree. Yeah. What up, Leo? Y'all already know, man. What's good, Raiders? Y'all know that's a TRS member. That's family right there. What's cracking, Leo? Glad you came, man. Hope you enjoyed the show. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, fellas. This whole Bo Nix running around here looking like he's seasoned because he's one of these old quarterbacks from college. The Saints are just making him look good, in my opinion. I don't know. What do y'all think? Y'all tell me, man. The chat. I'm not really paying too close attention to this game, but I'm not gonna lie.
Having his best game.
He is having his best game, right?
He's definitely with 2 touchdowns.
What's making me sick about this? Drew Brees is in the house, ladies and gentlemen. That's an Austin native. We're in the hometown of Drew Brees right now, and you see all the love he's getting while Bo Nix kind of looks like him. He's kind of looking like him. Peyton is like, look, you need to watch Drew Brees every game, every throw, every play.
Yeah.
Play like him.
It's a good one to emulate.
Absolutely.
So who do you think had the best draft?
Yeah, that's a great question.
Teams in the NFL, who do you think had the best draft?
You know, I don't know if it's necessarily the best draft, but the best moves off season. I would say I think the Texans did a lot of good work. I think the Houston Texans did some serious work. Right? Getting
What's his name
from the Bills.
Stephon Diggs from the Bills.
Yes, running back. They did a lot.
It's our old GM. He's the guy that should have been the successor.
Now you gotta watch him. You gotta watch him.
Wolfpack.
Yeah, it's not cool.
I agree.
They had a great off-season draft. They're cooking. And doesn't your father-in-law, isn't that his squad? That's your family squad, isn't it? They like the Texans, don't they? Oh, yeah, they like the Texans.
They're Cowboy fans. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I forgot about it. Please tell me Jack isn't a Cowboy fan.
He's a Patriots fan.
Thank you, Jack. Salute to Jack. I don't want to hear any more Cowboy fans.
Raised him right.
I agree. I totally agree. Yeah, so I'm trying to think who's like straight up losers. I mean,
I don't know. Arizona had a lot of draft capital, and they didn't
do much. They didn't do much.
Like if it's Harrison's the problem, then
yeah,
I don't know. Harrison, I thought was going to be the surefire bet in this draft, and he hasn't done much.
No, he has not. Hilda, I'm sorry, I gotta boo you. At least I put you up there, though. My boo button's not working well, see? So you got away with one.
She resists the
boo. All fans are welcome on this show as an FYI, meaning, please, any and everybody. We're not talking just about our teams. We're talking about every team, as you can see. Draft winners and losers. I mean, Saints, what'd they do?
They got Fashawn. They drafted the Oregon.
That's right. They got our guy that I wanted right after us. Fashawn. No, they got Fuaga. They got Fuaga. Yeah, they got my guy.
Fashawn went to the Jets.
Yes, Fashawn went to the Jets. And I actually wanted him too. And like he said, by the way that's been going out, glad we didn't. I'm glad with Glaze.
Yeah, it's and I'm not sure how like Amarius Mims, how the other tackles are looking. I haven't checked on them to see what they were looking like, but Cincinnati's cooking. So if Mims is playing, then he's part of that.
Makes sense.
Their defense can't stop anyone, but their offense is scoring plenty.
Plenty. Absolute plenty. What did Buffalo do?
Yeah. I was never a fan of his.
That's right.
I thought that was a wasted pick. They could have had McConkey. They could have had.
That's right.
There were a lot of people
At that time.
Mitchell was still there. Like Mitchell's going to be legit when he actually gets used.
Where's he at?
He's in Indy.
That's the problem.
But he's one injury away from being on the field.
Man, we should, man, there's so much to talk about, bro. I was just thinking, Richardson, the Colts. He was hurt last year. What does he look like this year? I have no clue.
Milton.
Huh?
Joe Milton.
Does he really? He looks like Joe Milton. He's just got no accurate, just a big arm and just athletic.
I didn't understand what the hype was on him in college.
Then
he only played 4 games last year, but he was a destroyer. Like you remember how many points in fantasy he scored? I was like, he's gonna be like a young Lamar.
Yeah.
Right? You remember when Lamar got drafted, he couldn't hit anyone.
Nothing.
All he could throw to was the tight end 5 yards away, and that was it.
Yep.
And I was like, I'm fine with that. If Richardson just wants to bulldoze people and throw short, that's fine.
And be athletic. I don't get it.
But this new offensive coordinator here, he's got him thrown downfield. First week it was like, right? He had 2 large plays, looked real good, but I don't know. He just said he didn't develop any intermediate throws, and I don't feel like watching the Colts games. He doesn't seem like he's able to read the defense, go through his progressions and
right.
And then just like Joe Milton, he's got no touch.
None.
If it's thrown to the running backs, it's like a fastball. So. Yeah.
Interesting.
I hope it gets better.
No, I
I'm
agree.
on 2 fantasy teams, and I'm holding on to them just in case.
Right.
Right. It's like this time in Lamar's rookie year, it was kind of like hovering, and I traded for him, and he won the Super Bowl for me that year.
Right. I remember that.
On his back. He just went off.
Yep, I remember that.
So I'm hoping that Richardson has that.
Yeah.
Flacco's not making it to the end of the
Nah, no, I agree.
He's a good stopgap, but you don't want him playing 15 games.
Right. Shout out to Rambo. Y'all already know, man. You watch me regularly, I've been having some troubles, man. Turf, you are super clear tonight. Thanks for paying your neighbor the share for the month. I agree. I finally paid the bill, bro. It was hard, man. It's hard out here for a pimp, man. It's tough. The economy's crazy, man. I'm not going into politics. Y'all not getting me into politics. Nope. Not doing it. But yeah, man. I appreciate that, Rambo. I'm hoping I'm trying to get this thing together. It's a whole lot. Y'all just see the front, man. You have no idea what's going on in this room. It looks like a wild place.
I'm looking at the back.
Exactly. Spence is in the house, ladies and gentlemen. He is live in Turf Studios. I should have had a better look. You know what I mean? It's our first time. Don't worry. And he's going to be home a lot too, right? So, hey, maybe I'll be on his side of the world. All those good things. But we're definitely going to do this. Keep this going, man. And like I say, it's not going to always be just football. And in fact, when the football season is out of season, I can guarantee you we'll be talking about whatever other sport that's in season. That is what Spence and I do. We've been doing this since the day we met. Mm-hmm.
As soon as we get into basketball,
oh yeah, he's a Boston. He's a Mass fan, guys. How do you get mad at a man for that? That's where he's born and raised. Man, I'd like to see Rattler do something. He's not gonna be able to do nothing with that. Nah, we're not gonna be able to do nothing with that.
What's crazy about the Broncos is that their number one corner is not even playing tonight.
Yeah. So Surtain ain't playing?
He's not even in the game.
Oh my god.
They're nasty.
Yeah, they do have a good defense.
So do the Saints, but I mean,
it's not showing
clearly
tonight.
not as good as them.
Yeah, it's not showing tonight. Not at all.
Yeah, it doesn't help. I mean, you can't be down 2 wide receivers.
Yeah, that was honestly our problem. I mean, we literally had no receivers. Like, look at the breaking of tackles. That was a great run.
So we need my Kamara anytime touchdown to hit my parlay. So we need Alvin Kamara to get busy. Looks like it's going to be all through the air. So
Yep.
Swing it out to me.
Yep. Mr. Took It So, you are absolutely right. They lost all of their deep threats. So it's a problem right now. It's not looking good. It's not looking good at all. I agree. Rattler does not look bad. I agree. He doesn't look bad. I mean,
he looks like he belongs.
Yep.
That's about all I can say. Same for Knicks.
Yep. My guy, Rambo Adventures. Love to hate the greatest t-shirt. As a kid, I rooted to Smoking Joe and Big George and anyone else fighting Ali. You know what? I can understand that. No, seriously, right? And for the people that don't know, man, Rambo Adventures is of age, meaning that he's seen a lot, right? He's what, 60? Not since 69 he's been a Raider fan. So he's also, I'm sure, somebody like Spence and I that talks all sports, not just, Raider Nation and football, but pretty much all of it, especially with this shout out right here, because you guys have no idea. If I flip this camera around, you would see boxing memorabilia like you see the Raiders stuff back here. It's very different. I know Turf has been slow. I'm getting my boxing thing off the ground. I promise you. Shout out to Transplant Raider. He's usually listening around these streets. Angelo, we going to get it going, man. I promise. That day is coming. I promise we're going to get it going.
Turf's a big box.
Big. Spence will tell you. Always talking about boxing, and that's where I try to make my money.
If he tells you to bet it. I didn't believe him. He hit last 3 fights, nailed them.
Yep. Spence remembers. He remembers. He's seen the tickets.
Like a lottery ticket.
He's seen the tickets. Boxing is that's, if y'all didn't know, that is my true love, man. I boxing before football, any sport. Boxing man, I was addicted to boxing. Shout out to John Scully, CT's finest, Connecticut Hall of Famer. He does so much for retired boxers, old boxers. I mean, the list goes on. Literally, probably 95% of this stuff on this other side of the camera comes from fighters in need, man, that sign things. Scully collects, sends it to the fighter straight up, straight cash. He's past the same. I cannot wait till he one day gets the accolades and love and all of things he deserves from what he does for these fighters. He literally he'll go all over the world making sure everybody signs the stuff to make it valuable, and then auctions it off, and then when that money comes in, it's straight cash to the fighters, straight cash. So shout out to John Scully, man, real talk. And yes, if y'all didn't know, boxing is 100% my first true love. So that's why you'll notice, man, Angelo will get me going, man, and it's over. And if y'all didn't know, Angelo is a legend. The Raider Transplant, a.k.a. Angelo Reyes, is an absolute legend, ladies and gentlemen. Don't ever get that twisted. That man knows combat sports. Period. You noticed I used combat sport, not just boxing, not just taekwondo, Muay Thai. He knows combat sports. So yeah, we get with the real people, with the real fans, and you're gonna notice soon, real here. Spencer knows a lot, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you, it's not many people that have the mind that Spencer has when it comes to the sporting world as well. So yeah, y'all getting the real deal. Bo Nix's father. Why are we watching Bo Nix's father on Prime?
Because it's Prime.
Why are we watching this? Like, why do we have to deal with this? Now his mom, Krista.
Jeff Bezos wanted football on
it. Right?
And that's it.
We got to deal with it.
Now we got to deal with the rest.
Mm-hmm. So we got any more talk on winners and losers through week 6? Who are some losers? I want to hear some real bad. Like, who just really lost? Yeah, who really, kicked the bucket, if you will. Like,
well, I mean, obviously, Atlanta.
Do you think Atlanta did that?
I mean, they spent a pick on a quarterback, like literally weeks after they signed one for $100 million.
Yeah.
So, and it's like almost fully guaranteed. So that means you're going to blow all of Penix's rookie contract, lend them waste on the bench.
Yeah.
You could have drafted a wide receiver. You definitely need another wide receiver in Atlanta.
100%.
Drafted lineman. Drafted a defender, a cornerback, linebacker.
Yeah.
I'm not exactly sure who was on the board when Penix went off, but I mean, there were definitely options.
Right.
I'm mad that we traded our pick to the Chargers. The Chargers definitely had a good draft. They got McConkey from us.
Yep.
So you're welcome. Chargers.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. And we got Jalen Polk.
Yeah, I still didn't. You didn't understand. I'll never forget when I hit you on that. You were not happy at all with that pick.
That was a dark night. Draft night was a dark night.
You were ready.
I was not on the Drake May bandwagon
at all.
I was not feeling Jalen Polk.
Not even a little bit.
Not even a little bit.
I
didn't like the trade in the second round down and allowing McConkey to go to the Chargers. I thought that was stupid.
Yeah, it didn't make sense.
Not drafting a right tackle, trying to move him to left tackle was ridiculous. And then coming out and saying that that Penn State didn't know what they're doing. They had a miscast as a right tackle.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, it definitely didn't make any sense at all. Rambo Adventures. Just wish Floyd would have not ducked De La Hoya and Manny for so many years. Manny in his prime would have smoked Floyd with his incredible speed, power, and footwork. So Rambo, I'm not going to disagree with you here, but at the same time, yeah, and everybody aged the same. So I don't think it matters. So you saying that because Mayweather waited longer, he got better while Manny got worse? Because in my opinion, I don't see where that's a problem. Like,
Floyd's probably the best defensive boxer we've ever seen.
There you go.
It doesn't matter if Pacquiao is or not. He's not landing anything.
I agree. See, and that's where I'm at with it. So Rambo, I'm gonna just give you a perspective. What about if they would have fought when he was actually Pretty Boy Floyd? And not Money Mayweather? Because I think we all know the difference. Pretty Boy Floyd was knocking fools out because his hands weren't hurt. So who would have cared about that speed, especially the speed back then with Mayweather as well? So, everybody has a point in time where they can kind of say, well, this is the sweet spot. And as you heard Spencer just say, the defense was superior to everybody, no matter what time frame. So, I mean, I get it. I understand. We all know that fight was too long. You know, and I can understand blaming him for that, but blaming Floyd for De La Hoya, nope, can't do it. He wanted to fight everybody back then, and he had to wait. You got to remember, he gave up everything to fight De La Hoya. Everything. He was 100% the B side, like less money, the gloves. He gave up everything to fight De La Hoya. Everything. So again, I hear that point, man, but there's a whole lot of argument on the other side of that fence that, you know, a lot of people don't like to get into. So I'll just leave it at that. And I totally respect that, though, because you're right. Manny was a beast in his prime, and that would have been a much better fight to watch than what we did fight. A much better fight. Yeah, for sure. So totally with you on that, man. Totally with you on that. We got 2 more categories, ladies and gentlemen. We got 2 more categories. So I'm gonna go to the very next one that's near and dear to Spence and I's heart. Pick 3 parlay. Yeah, because we're gonna talk about the one he's got. I finally hit one, and I'm just sick about it because Turf lost the ticket. I know.
Lost the ticket.
I lost the ticket. It was only $200, but I shouldn't say only, but you know.
Yeah,
it could have been the ticket I hit when it came to the fight. You know, it's not $200. So
they do this kind of thing on radio in Boston. Listen, and they usually don't hit them, but these fools hit one. They hit a 10-leg parlay. It was the payout was like $1,500 or something for like a $10.
Yeah, for a $10 bet. Yeah,
50 crazy.
The return on that is crazy.
Yes, it's like usually they miss all the time, and then they hit a 4-leg a couple weeks later.
Wow,
I'm like, good for them. Remember, we used to do a 6-leg every week, and we actually weren't terrible at it. We did it a couple times.
We did. We absolutely did.
But it's it's hard. It's hard to figure out the 6 teams. Like we missed more on, obviously 90% of the time we missed.
Right. But that one hit allowed us to just free ball it the whole season. Exactly. So it felt good. Exactly. It wasn't bad at all. It was not bad at all. Yeah, the parlays, man. That parlay or baseball at the track, both great when you hit them. You're absolutely right, Rambo.
Yeah. And you know what? Like, don't put $100 into it.
Right.
You don't need to, because the odds are going to take care of that.
Correct. So what was your parlay that you're running with right now?
Tonight on Sleeper, I just did a 2-leg parlay. It may not hit because Kamara hasn't scored yet. So I took Kamara with the anytime touchdown.
Oh.
He just has to score. Doesn't matter how. He just has to score. And the other leg of it was Bo Nix running over 27.5 yards. He covered that in the first quarter.
Right.
But I didn't think that we'd be going into the fourth quarter and I'm sitting on Kamara scoring. I figured that would have already happened.
Already, by far. I agree. I thought they would have leaned on him a lot more. I thought Rattler would have leaned on him a lot more throughout this game. It's not going that way.
Yeah. Now they're behind, so they're throwing. So I don't know. I mean, the only hope is if they get in close.
Right. Is he even playing? That's my other question.
He's got to be playing.
Real quick, guys, I'm about to interrupt everybody because Turf needs another beer and some more rum. So you're gonna see me walk in front of Spencer. I'm gonna fill him up if he needs something too.
I'm good.
I'll be right back though. Talk to him.
So, pick 3 parlay this weekend. Let me take a look at the teams, and I'll give you 3. First of all, like, I know it's gonna sound like a homer pick, but you can go ahead and you can have confidence that the Patriots are going to cover this weekend. The Jags, I think the spread's like 5.5 points. They don't have a prayer of covering that. They might beat us, but it's not going to be by that much. Maybe a field goal if they're lucky.
Yeah.
All right, let's look at this. Now, this isn't looking at like normal odds. It's not updated fully, so you'll have to excuse me if I'm off a little bit. Patriots, the Bills are giving up 8.5 according to this to the Titans. They're going to kill the Titans. I would have no problem laying 8.5 points.
What site are you using?
This is just sleeper I'm in right now. Just looking at Pick'em.
Sleeper
so
league.
The spreads I think lock on Thursday, so they just locked. So I don't know if these lines have moved at all.
Right.
But it's 8.5 for the Bills. I'd be fine with that. The Bills are for sure going to cover that.
I agree.
And let's see.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to pull it up. You said it's
don't be mad. Don't be mad.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna suggest taking the Rams.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. No, I'm with you.
They're at home. It's 5.5.
Oh yeah.
You literally have nobody. You have nobody to throw the
Nobody.
ball to. You have no.
Exactly.
You have Bowers.
That's it. Rock
You
Bowers.
have no running back.
Are you on NFL Pick'em?
Yeah.
Why is it not showing up?
And
Not supported yet.
let's see here.
You know what I'll do? I'll bring up Bovada. And see if it'll show us the odds on these games, so that way we can all be looking at it.
And my last one would be the Colts playing the Dolphins. The Dolphins have no prayer of doing anything. Snoop Huntley has never been a good quarterback, and he's not going to start this weekend
Right.
in Indianapolis.
All right. Let's go.
Not even Tyreek Hill can save him. that team is just awful.
All right. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. You can see that, right, Spence?
Yep.
All right, perfect. So we got odds. I don't know if they're looking the exact same, similar. No, I have no idea. But who's playing in UK?
Patriots.
Y'all are. Oh,
Yep.
That makes a difference, though. That's not a home game for Jacksonville.
It's not a home game for us either. But
No,
I mean,
it's not.
like the UK is like home away from home. They've been there. They played last week there too. They got two weeks in a row.
Did they come back?
No, they've been there the whole time. They stayed.
I see them covering. Easy against Jacksonville from that respect. 100%. I see them covering from that respect.
Yeah, they're not a good team. They're not a good team.
Yeah.
Patriots aren't a good team either, but we're gonna keep it close.
Yeah, I would.
They're not blowing us out.
I would put that in my parlay. 100%. I would put that in my parlay. What do you look at the Cincinnati game? That's a good game, bro. Cincinnati versus Cleveland.
Here's the trap on that game. That's the return. That's the return.
Yeah.
Right. So we've got Chubb's coming back. Everybody
I didn't know.
Amari Cooper, they're gonna get rolled.
Right.
Nick Chubb's coming back. And Cincinnati's run defense is awful.
Awful. And he don't play.
Yeah.
Chubb don't play, even with the injury.
But even if Chubb, they cut his workload a little bit, you've still got Donta Foreman behind him, and you've got the other kid's out. That's been backing up. He won't play, but the expatriate, he's there too. So you got Foreman and God, I can't remember his name, but yeah, they've got enough running backs,
Right.
and they're probably
Algier.
No, Algiers
No,
in
he's in Atlanta. I'm thinking no, it's different. I'm thinking different. No, it's not Moss.
No, it's
I know who you're talking. I think he's on my team. Running back.
He got a little run last game,
Yes.
but I think if Chubb is good to go, they're gonna go with him like 60-40 kind of deal. That'd be my guess. And 60% Chubb, if Chubb is healthy, should be enough.
Right.
Should be enough.
So,
I mean, that's all they want. They want to control that clock. So if they split it between Chubb and Foreman and they say we're just going to run the ball 40 times
right.
and try and grind the clock.
Yes. It's a great point. It's a great point.
You just want to slow it down. Like the only way they beat you is if you get the ball in their hands, because they can score quick.
Super fast.
But
no, you're right.
The other thing is Cincinnati. He's 1-5 against the Browns in his career.
Ooh.
He does not beat them. So, I would stay away from that game just because too many unknowns. First game without Cooper.
Yes.
But,
yes.
I would lean towards Cleveland. But, I mean, the other thing is that Cincinnati's corner, too. They lose this game, their season's pretty much over.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. It is a wrap. That's a great. These are all valid. Great. This is a tough game. I think that it's a tough game.
Yeah,
it's a tough game.
Enough for me to stay away from it.
I agree. I wouldn't put this in my parlay. Not even close. I can't even. Yeah.
The Vikings and the Lions. I would be. I'm tempted to take the Vikings on that one, but yeah. Well, the Lions just lost maybe the second most impactful.
I forgot about that. Oh, you're absolutely right.
And
Hutchinson, that's
big time.
They've been trying to. I don't know. I hate to bring this up, Raider Nation, but you noticed a lot of the verbiage and noise today when it comes around Max Crosby, right?
Are you guys gonna deal Max?
It's a complete teardown. It's a complete teardown.
It would be if you traded him.
Oh, there's no question. You trade him, this game over.
Then
everybody
will trade everybody.
Literally everybody. Literally everybody.
Hey, you guys, you should try and trade Jack Jones before he gets himself cut.
We've already talked about that in the club, in the crew.
I warned you about Jack Jones.
Remember when, TRS, remember when I told y'all I had to do it in my ear about Jack Jones and I was just trying to downplay it? There it is. There it is, gentlemen.
I warned you.
He'd been telling me the ins and outs, all of it. And all he did,
he to go to jail.
He didn't even, dude, he didn't laugh. He didn't clap. He just said, okay. He didn't try to talk to me about, because he knew where I was at with it. I'm like, Jack Jones, I'm excited. He's like, whatever. Yep. Okay. We'll talk mid-season. Sure enough. Where we are. And I told my guys, I mean,
that dude was literally supposed to be in jail right now.
Yeah.
Lovecraft literally picked up the phone, got the best defense attorney
on the planet.
Yeah, to fight that charge. Got it, beat the charge, got him out on the field, and then the dude just you know why he got cut? He was being mouthy.
Yeah.
Right. And he'd been reprimanded several times.
Right.
And then he missed the plane to fly overseas.
Are you serious?
He did. Because he was out partying with Jonathan Jones the night before. And you know what Belichick did? You guys probably remember this last year. They got deactivated.
Right.
Before the game.
Yes. I do remember that.
that I heard the after Belichick got fired, he talked about it.
Yeah.
That was why. And that was it. Like after that, he got cut. Belichick cut him next week.
Wow.
Belichick doesn't play. Like he gives you a lot of rope. I mean, he got you out of a jail sentence, and you repay him like that.
Dude,
We still don't know why. What's his name didn't play in the Phillies.
Right, in the Super Bowl. Nobody knows.
Yeah, he messed up. Let me spoil it for you, because everybody thinks that like Belichick doesn't know what he's doing and he's lost his fastball. He messed up.
There, something happened.
Yeah,
something happened.
He didn't play because he messed up.
Something
I don't know
really
what he did, but it was bad enough that Belichick was willing to fall on the sword.
Yes,
and
I agree.
Put him in a Super Bowl.
Right.
So it was bad enough.
Yes.
And then we brought him back 2 years later. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And you will not hear one bad word out of that kid's mouth about
the Patriots. No, you're right. No, you're right.
So
you're absolutely right.
It's yeah. So everybody can just let that one rest. Everybody in Boston in the sports media loves to talk about that.
Right.
About how Belichick messed up and sacrificed the Super Bowl for his ego and all this. And
right.
It's not it.
Nah, something.
If you don't know Belichick after having him for 20 years.
Right.
Like, I don't know the guy personally, but I've watched enough of him to know and seen him talk enough to know, like, he is the ultimate player's coach. Everybody that's ever played for him loves him.
Right. Y'all are getting some of that Patriot heat over here. I can't deny it. You know what I mean? He's got a reputation, but hey, you're hearing somebody that literally watches them like we watch our Raiders. So,
and now everybody else in the world is getting to see a little bit more of him. He's everywhere.
Right, he is. He's everywhere
He's
right now.
Not bashful about saying
at all. You're right.
He thinks.
You're right.
You're seeing Belichick more. But it's somebody's gonna have a good coach. The Falcons would have been much better off if they'd gotten Belichick.
Right.
Belichick for sure would not have drafted Penix. Promise you that.
I don't. So that's a good question. That's something to talk about, because I'm not gonna lie. I actually think if they do this right, they're following in the footsteps of the Green Bay Packers. Right. Their successor is gonna come. He's got 3 years to get ready, and he'll be the quarterback for the Falcons for the next decade.
The problem is that that worked when Rodgers was taking over, when Favre was taking over.
Right.
The league's changed.
It has.
You know?
It has.
Penix, in order to keep Penix, they're going to have to pay him.
That's true.
Right? And if they're not willing to, he's probably going to want a lot of money.
Top dollar.
Right. So what does that mean? You're going to franchise tag him? So and guess what? Guess who the quarterback ahead of him on the depth chart is? Kirk Cousins.
The franchise queen.
Who do you think is going to tell him how to work the system? You brought the quarterback there that is, go look at how much money Kirk Cousins made.
Dude, he has to be like the smartest quarterback of all time. Of all time.
Yeah, he has not left 1 cent on the table ever. Ever.
Oh, it's just, dude, Kirk Cousins.
Was he a first-round draft pick?
I don't think so.
Nope.
I don't think so. Yeah, not even close. I don't think he was close.
If I'm right, I think he was a third-round draft pick of the Redskins the year that they took the kid from Baylor.
Crazy. That's crazy, bro.
The quarterback, mind you.
That's crazy.
He was the second quarterback drafted in the same draft class by the Redskins.
Kirk Cousins. He's going to go down as... I don't think anybody will ever do what he did. Ever again.
No.
Won't come close. He was like, franchise tag? I'll take it. While everybody else want 250. No, give me the franchise. I'll take the franchise tag every year.
Yep.
Just keep giving me the top dollar every year. That's so smart. Shout out to Kirk Cousins, bro. Damn. I didn't even think about it from that. So I ain't gonna lie, we got to talk about this Vikings Detroit game because, truth be told, I'm gonna let y'all know secretly. Hey, Raider fans, y'all can get mad at me all y'all want. This is my favorite team right now. It's the Detroit Lions. I'm fascinated by their offense. They're the only offense that literally gets it 50-50. They literally run the ball 50% of the time and pass. And it's like on the dot. I forget which game that I watched, but it was 28 rushes and 28 passes, and they just dominate.
You know who nobody wants in fantasy drafts? David Montgomery. I say bring him over every time. I'll take him. You guys want to let him go? I'll take him. What is he good for? 15 touchdowns every single year.
Every year. I have him. So, I mean, you want to know what's weird to me? You know I'm a running back. I believe if you put Zeus on that team,
it
would be game. Look, I'm letting y'all know. I religiously watched the first 3-4 games of that Detroit Lions offense. It is a work of beauty. There's only one other offensive coordinator that I just adore and would take any day of the week over what I've been watching from them, and that is Andy Reid. Andy Reid's offense, Spence has heard me say it a million times. There's always somebody wide open, not just open, wide open.
He is unbelievable.
Every play.
Yeah.
Ben Johnson is right there.
Yeah.
Ben Johnson's right there.
Yep. Reid schemes people open. Like, they don't have anybody. Like, they always have fast people, right? But it's like Travis Kelce running his 8-second 40, dragging over the middle of the field, 30 pounds overweight because he's been on tour with Taylor. Catching balls. Like, I saw him. I saw a video of him at practice last week. He's got like a pot belly.
Yeah.
Like, no wonder his numbers are all down. He's carrying like 20 pounds.
Yeah. So you really do think that Minnesota has a shot in this game?
I think Minnesota has the best defense in the league.
Damn.
The best defense in the league.
Flores
has these guys playing.
Dude, Flores is in himself.
Yeah. And they are just, I mean, they have the best wide receiver in the game.
Epperson. How can you knock this?
They looked really scary with Aaron Jones. But now they got Cam Akers now. It's like, I think Cam Akers is going to be Aaron Jones? No, but I mean,
it's Cam Akers.
You know, he's not a terrible drop off, and
no,
it's like, you know, the further proof that the Jets are the problem. Like that kid looks, you know, like what, second best quarterback rating in the league.
Yeah,
Darnold.
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield and Darnold.
Yeah,
they're the top 2 quarterbacks in the league.
Shout out to Baker Mayfield, bro.
Austin native Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, another Austin.
Another ATX.
Yep.
He hates the Longhorns.
As an OU guy, he absolutely hates the OU. I mean, UT people. Yep. That's funny.
So we got lots of Austin alumni in the NFL. They're all over the place, but
everywhere.
It's, yeah. I mean, Minnesota at home, division game,
undefeated.
Lions, I wouldn't go anywhere near it. Betting.
Yeah, not with a one, not with a +-1. Yeah,
it's like what? It's a pick'em game. -2.
No, -1. It's a pick'em.
It's a pick'em.
It's a pick'em.
So that just tells you that Vegas feels a little more strongly about the Lions because what, you get 2 points for being at home.
Bingo.
But
Bingo.
I mean, I wouldn't go anywhere near that without Hutchinson there. Like,
Yeah, that's the X
they're
factor.
not going to be able to put the heat on Darnold. You let Darnold sit back and throw. Jefferson's going to kill you.
That's the
Addison's
factor.
going to kill you.
Yeah, that's the.
And I don't know if Hawkinson's back yet, but he's coming. He's
Man.
coming. When Hawkinson's on the field with those two, it's going to be tough.
Bringing up some serious points.
I mean, that's like the Vikings are my sleeper pick in the NFC this year.
Yeah.
They're undefeated. I mean,
Yes, they are rolling.
But literally nobody
Pays
believes
attention.
them.
No.
Everybody's just waiting for Darnold to turn into a pumpkin.
No, I agree. And it's not going to happen.
I don't think it's going to happen.
I know it's not going to
He's
happen.
got crazy weapons.
And he's built character through all of this nonsense. It only makes you, if he's still standing after all of that craziness he's went through, do you really think he's going to fold now?
Spend some time with the quarterback whisperer.
Damn. Yeah, that's so good. I'm not touching that. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm looking at the thing. You see at the bottom, pick 3 parlay. Hey, y'all should be paying attention. I'm telling you right now, this. I'm staying away from that one too. Bro, these games are starting to get tough, bro. Houston, Green Bay. I like both of these teams.
Yeah,
I like both of these teams.
It's too close. It's too close. They're too evenly matched. They're both good teams.
Yes.
Like that. I mean, winning in Green Bay is hard.
It's one of the hardest things to do.
But if anybody could,
Ice Bowl, it'd be Houston. They have the team to do it.
Right.
They have the players to do it. They have the attitude to do it.
They got a nasty defense. Yeah, Green Bay's legit. I mean, Jordan Love turned out to be pretty good. I thought he was going to be a bust coming out of UCLA.
Yeah.
When they drafted him, I thought, I laughed.
We all did.
I remember I saw Jordan Love in college, and he wasn't good. Was not good.
No. I agree. It's not even
3-4 years on the bench, just they cleaned him up. Like, he came in, and he's a different player. They said the same thing about Aaron Rodgers. They said when Aaron Rodgers...
Oh, he was bad. The mechanics were
bad. They had to break
his
entire motion down and rebuild him from the ground up.
Yes. No, you're right.
They've got a process, and it works.
Right. Tease. My dog is over here, man. I swear. She's getting it. Look at her.
Good dogs in my house.
Getting in trouble over here, girlie. Leave people alone. Yeah, so I don't know how to pick that. It's right. I don't know how to pick this one. I'd stay away from this too. This is not part of your parlay.
Stay away from it.
It's not part of your parlay.
No.
And even this one coming up here, right? Miami, Indianapolis. It's a toilet bowl game.
It is, but you know what? It's I like Miami going down the toilet bowl.
Yeah.
They're not good.
Who's Huntley, the quarterback? Huntley. Yeah, Huntley is just
he's not good. Even with Waddle and Hill, he can't get it done. I mean, if you can't get it done with those two, you shouldn't be in the league. You shouldn't. I'm honestly, I think Mike White would have been better with this team. I don't know how he got cut and these clowns got kept.
Right. Nah, it doesn't make sense. I agree.
It makes me wonder about McDaniels. Maybe he's not everybody thinks he's like this offensive genius.
Yeah, they do. They love McDaniels. Yeah, they do.
Not so much. He's looked like absolute trash ever since Tua went down.
Maybe it was Tua. Hey, Tua had his reputation for a reason.
Yeah. It's, maybe Tua had something to do with Waddle and Hill being as good as they were.
Right. Now this next.
Let's remember, Hill's played with Tua, and he's played with Patrick Mahomes, quarterback. Everybody thinks that Hill's like transferable. Like, you just put him on any team and he's good. Maybe
You
not.
need somebody to chuck that rock.
Yeah.
You do.
Watching Huntley overthrow him is insane.
It's bad. It's bad football. It's bad football. Yep, bad football. So here we are on the Philly Giants game. I'm shocked it's this close.
Well, the Giants lost their starting left tackle. So, an almost Patrick offensive line is now even worse.
You got to deal with Jalen Carter and company.
Mm-hmm. And yeah,
I
that's
don't see it.
another division. That's the problem. Like all these
Division games, they're tough. They are tough. And people just show up sometimes for no reason, and you're like,
do I expect Philly to win that game? Yes, they should.
100%.
They should absolutely win it. But will it be? Daniel Jones has not looked like Daniel Jones this year. Like outside of that first game, he's been okay. So I think Neighbors is back this week.
Yes, I forgot he was injured. That
Neighbors looks like a game changer. He looks legit the best wide receiver in the draft class, and it's not close.
It's not close. I agree. I totally agree. I 100% agree.
Yep. So he's back. It's a problem because now Slayton is feeling himself.
Yep.
They can, they might be able to put up a fight. Looks like they found a running back too.
Yes, that's right. No, they do. They did.
It's like, wait a second, real quick. Like sidebar here. Like,
yeah.
Did anybody watch? You might have missed it. Did anybody watch the Giants Hard Knocks?
Oh,
I know they rolled into the Bears real quick, and the Giants one was only like 3 episodes.
I did watch.
That was awful. Did you see the facilities for the Giants? I was like, that's a pro team. That's a pro team. Like the GM's office looked like, literally, it looked like it was in the basement.
Yeah.
Like in the corner with bad lighting.
Yes.
And you go in, and then you go to the Bears, and the dude's got like a palatial office, glass windows facing out.
It's completely wild.
He's got tables. Crazy boys. The Giants GM's literally got like a desk from Staples, and and a couple separate dividers.
Right.
Give him some privacy.
Shout out to Gunsmoke. My dude, 33-30 is wild. I agree, bro. Nobody was expecting this.
Saints getting killed.
Nobody expected this.
We should have.
Yeah. So,
Rattler.
this is an easy one in my opinion. I think they covered too. Carolina, Washington. I think it's a no-brainer.
Oh, Washington
They're gonna pummel.
will cover that
They're gonna
one
pummel
at home. The other thing that people
check mark. Ting. This is
the other one that people got to be careful with Washington is everybody thinking like their defense is trash, but they got to remember who the coach is. You're gonna watch Washington. That defense is gonna slowly get better week by week. By the end of the year, they're gonna be stoning people.
I don't disagree, man.
Like people who don't think that the defensive coordinators make a difference and they think it's the players.
Right.
Wrong.
They have no idea. They don't know football.
Look at the Cowboys.
Yes.
That was the number 1 defense in the league last year.
In the league, and they lost their leader.
What did the Lions put on them last week? 37?
47. It was 47 to 49 to 7 or something like. It was ugly.
It was ugly.
Completely.
That was the number 1 defense in the league.
Number 1 defense. So yeah, I see this game being a blowout.
And Carolina's terrible. Like
terrible.
They did make a good draft pick. Xavier Legette looks legit.
Yeah, Legette is definitely
another guy I wanted for the Patriots that we didn't do. But neither here nor there.
Yeah.
We got Jalen Polk.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry. We at our game, man. We are at our game. We're at our
Go
game.
through real quick. The Rams cover.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not even going, bro. Who knows who's going to come play to this game? I mean, we're back in LA. Y'all know I'm definitely not
You guys
going to the
legit might get-
dumpster fire.
might get the first Blake Corum touchdown of the year. He's starting to play.
I forgot he's on the Rams.
Get the
He's
first Blake Corum touchdown.
shout out to Chris. That's your guy, Chris Quorum, Michigan,
Yeah.
Michigan alum.
He's gonna be good.
I agree, Chris. We all think that. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I see the Rams beating us by 7. Easy. I'm not gonna lie. I just see it.
Moving on.
Yep. Kansas City.
Main attraction of the weekend: Kansas City Chiefs, San Francisco 49ers.
That's a game.
Your heart says San Francisco. Your head says Kansas City, right?
100%.
Everybody wants the Chiefs to lose bad, but they won't, and they never do.
Never will.
They have an ally
Never
in
will.
the refs.
Just won't happen. It won't happen. It's an easy move, ladies.
They
and
get the
gentlemen.
ref love like Tom Brady.
And it's a 1.5. You know that game is that's a shilling on you. Yeah, hey,
The refs are at least good for 6 points.
Yep.
In that game.
on to the next. Again, these are some great games though. This week might be one of the best weeks in NFL football.
There's definitely some storylines. You got the Steelers and the Jets. You've got
Big one.
first game for Adams and Russell Wilson coming back for the Steelers. It looks like he's going to be the starter. So it's a,
What do you see though? It's a home game for the Steelers.
Come on.
1.5.
Right now the Jets are rated the number 1 defense in the league.
Are they really?
Yeah. Yes.
And they fired the dude that basically created that.
That does dirty. Like, he's not a good head coach. But he didn't deserve to get fired in the middle of the season.
So look, this is how I
A week
see it.
before you bring in Devontae Adams.
Exactly. Look, I didn't like none of that either. But we have turmoil, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm going to talk about this on Friday, and I can't wait for all of us to gang in on it. But for whatever reason, now all of a sudden, a lot of people have turned on AP.
Oh yeah.
And what I can see happening, what I personally can see happening, is AP going back to where he was. The linebackers coach. Honestly, Tom come in, Vrabel. Like, why would you get rid of him? What are you gonna gain, honestly, by getting rid of a dude that literally is a Raider?
Because if he loses the locker room, it's going to be
Well,
weird
he's
to
already
walk
lost.
around.
He's already fractured and lost the locker room, unfortunately. And he did that before anything started, in my opinion. You want to know how?
How?
He did that by bringing in a troubled player like Jack Jones.
Jack Jones broke down your team.
Well, think about it. And that's why I've been telling people, I've been trying to get people to understand, like, this is the way locker rooms go. You get a player like Jack Jones, I promise you, he's got homeboys in that locker room that's going to go with him, whether he's right, wrong, or indifferent. Right? Think about it.
Yeah.
That's just the way it goes. They are going to fight for Jack Jones. They're not going to fight for the establishment. This is any locker room.
AP was the player's coach.
And this is where you start
Cigars.
running into problems, ladies and gentlemen. It's all bad. It's a tough situation. It's a tough deal. It's a tough deal. I'm not going down that road tonight.
I think it's pretty well universally acknowledged that AP will only have one season
Wow.
in Vegas.
Bro, are y'all hearing this, bro? Where's TRS? Where y'all at, man? Like, are y'all hearing this?
AP's gone after this year. Sorry.
Jesus.
It's happening. It's real. Unless you guys come together.
Why would
like,
that even
eight,
happen? Yeah.
It's not happening. You guys are going to be drafting close to us.
Yes.
1 through 5.
No, I agree.
New England and Las Vegas, 1
Neck
through
and
5.
neck.
We're in there somewhere.
Neck and neck. Neck and neck. Damn it, Spencer.
That's why we're dead in the water.
Yeah, dead in the water, ladies and gentlemen. It's just what it is.
It's enjoy the game.
Right. You consider
You're
this a
not gonna win
pick'em
it.
game? You consider this a pick'em game, the Jets Steelers? I consider it a pick'em.
I think this is Rodgers' coming out party.
Well, he's got his boy.
He's got his boy, and he doesn't need any time to get up to speed in that system.
At
in
all.
His system.
At all. It's not even a
So
little bit.
Adam's going to jump right in there
And be
at
good.
the X. He's
That's
going
a
to tell.
great
He's going to tell his little brother to get over there.
Yeah, Garrett. Yeah. Hey.
Vic, you used to be the alpha in this room. Now you're over there.
Great point. I'm adding Adams is in my fantasy.
Yep.
Wherever I got him, he's starting.
Adams is going to have a big. Rodgers is going to probably feed him 12 balls.
I agree, 12 to 15. That's what I said. He's just going to be throwing it to him everywhere and however
You're
he
looking
sees
at
fit.
if you got him in fantasy, play him. You're looking at the only thing is that the cornerback for the Steelers,
Mm-hmm.
he's legit.
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Their number one cornerback is legit, but
And they got Porter Jr.
Yeah,
They always got a squad. It's Tomlin, bro. Tomlin always.
Porter was another one I wanted to do.
Yeah, we all wanted. I wanted Porter.
Like, instead we draft. I don't even know who we drafted instead.
All right. We got two more, ladies and gentlemen. We got through 3 topics this game. We started late though, on our fault. We thought the game started at 8, but it was actually 7. So it's on us. This actually fits, man. I don't know. We'll have to,
There's a minute 22 left.
Right. And
Hey, was that touchdown?
yeah, I know, right?
My parlay was that?
It was not.
Probably not. Probably not.
It was not. Yeah. I honestly don't know who it was, but I'm pretty sure it was not. I screwed up the parlay, bro. Baltimore, Tampa Bay. These are some great games. 3.5. These are great games, bro. Baltimore, Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay's at home. Baltimore on the road. Baltimore emotional win last week. I think Tampa Bay wins
this. I agree. I think that they have the momentum. It's more on their side.
And they've got it. And they've got the Ravens as 3.5 on this. I would take Tampa Bay.
Yeah, easy, because they have the Ravens in a way. Yeah, I agree. I think this is one I would not be worried about putting in my parlay.
Mayfield, like Godwin, like Baltimore's got a good defense,
right?
I don't see it. I just don't see it. The only way Baltimore controls this game is if they run heavy.
Well, and if they don't do that, they deserve to lose. I mean, you got one.
That's what you can't do against the Bucks.
Right.
I mean, they got that big boy sitting there.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Derrick Henry's strong and big. That dude's bigger.
And he's gonna be ready to take that all game. Yeah. Pause.
That's all he does is just clog the running lane.
Exactly. Just push it in. Pause.
So if they can't run effectively,
right,
they're gonna have to throw.
Yeah. No, I agree.
If you put the game in Lamar's hands, throwing the ball.
Right.
Anything can happen.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right.
So I mean, Lamar could have 5 touchdown passes, or he could have 120 yards and no touchdowns.
Right. Shout out to my guy. Protect the shield. Chris in the building. You like that shirt, bro? Yeah, you know this ain't a Raider thing, man. This is dead in the water, ladies and gentlemen. Dead in the water with Turf and Spence. Yeah, we talk about it all, man. This is just not, I mean, I know the background looks all Raiders, right? I didn't change any of that. Spence is right here live in Turf Studios. We're going to have that looking better too the next time he shows up. But this is the future, ladies and gentlemen. This show will be a staple every week. Whether he's at home, whether I'm in Vegas, whether I'm wherever, we will be doing this, man.
Shirts, fire Turf.
Yeah. I like it, Chris. And I'm telling you, hey y'all, hey fellas, my TRS members, y'all are looking at one of my plugs. I'm telling you, I've been How long have we known each other, Spence? 9 years.
Yeah.
It's been a long time. I'm telling y'all, man. This man knows sports, not just football, sports. In my opinion, he's a savant. I'm telling y'all. He'll be modest and write all that whatever. I'm telling y'all, this man knows sports in general, and I'm just ecstatic. I finally got him here. I finally got him in the building. Finally got him on screen, right? You know what I'm saying? Y'all are finally getting to have these conversations like I've been having these conversations. And it's going to get deeper and better as we go along. Pause, right? But hey, the last game, the Chargers and the Cardinals is the Cardinals +2, Chargers -2, and they're in Phoenix territory. What's your thoughts? That's the last parlay one we had.
Hey, the only time I'll lean on a road team like that is when they got the coach. Harbaugh, and I told you this before the season. I was like, you guys are like sleeping way.
You did, bro. I tried.
Wait, you told me what? The Chargers were going to finish last?
I know, I did.
Last in the
division? I said behind the Donkeys. I said in front of the Donkeys, second to last.
Oh, the Donkeys are last. Okay. Yeah. It's like
it's not happening.
Harbaugh's. You got some great coaches in your division right now.
We do.
And Harbaugh doesn't lose anywhere he's ever gone. Ever. It's the one thing you can pencil in for Jim Harbaugh as a coach. If he's your coach, your record will not be on the losing side of the ledger.
I hate it. Ladies and gentlemen.
And
I hate it.
J.K. Dobbins.
Yeah, he is. He's about to have a Hall of Fame career.
So, their wide receivers are not great.
Nah, they don't have any, actually.
They've got Quentin Johnson.
Right, I forgot. Yeah, they do have one. They have one.
And everybody thought he was washed before the season. And now, I can't even... After, week 2 when he went off, everybody was like, oh, Quentin Johnson doesn't suck. So, it's,
Damn.
I thought Palmer was going to be better than he is.
Right.
Last year, I don't understand. I guess he was just a byproduct of the system. But, McConkey's the real deal.
Oh, 100%.
He's just he's going to get better week by week. You're seeing it now. Last couple of weeks, you started to see the coming out party. He's going to be Herbert's favorite weapon pretty soon. And
it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem.
They will beat the Kansas City Chiefs this year. They will beat them. It's going to happen.
Wow.
So, I'm calling it. They already played once, right? Did they play yet? I think they did.
I'm not sure. That's a good question. I don't know if they played yet. I don't think so.
Let me go back. I think it was...
I don't think they played yet. No, they didn't play yet.
No?
I don't think they played yet.
Yeah, they'll get one of them. They will.
Let me look.
I don't think they won't take both, but they'll split. That's you might. I thought you would split with them this year too.
I did too, but not
now. You're
gonna Sam. That is not happening.
Denver might give them a game. Maybe
they might.
Defense is legit, and they don't have many wide receivers. So
right. No, they lost to the Chargers. Actually,
they did play the Chargers.
The 29th, they lost to them.
I thought they played once.
Yeah, they lost.
So they will.
I mean, they beat the Chargers. They beat the Chargers.
So circle the next date.
Yeah, that they play.
That game will be a W.
December 8th.
Yeah.
December 8th at 7:20
p.m. If the
p.m.
Chiefs are undefeated December 8th, that's when they're going to go down.
You heard it from Spence first, ladies and gentlemen.
It's just a fact. They always play them tough, and
Yep.
Harbaugh doesn't lose. So it'll come sooner than later.
You heard it from him first, man.
So anyway, if you're wondering who I'm picking in that game, it's the Chargers. I don't care if Arizona's fun.
Right,
They're just not a good team.
right.
They're not a serious team.
Nah, I agree, man. I agree.
Kyler Murray, I think, is on his way out.
Really? Yeah.
I mean, I thought new coach, it might revitalize him, but he looks like the same old
Kyler Murray.
guy.
It's a great point. It's a great point, bro. I can't even argue it. Like,
it's like,
yeah.
He's just gonna wear out his welcome in Arizona, and then he'll end up like Justin Fields, like trying to latch on somewhere, prove that he can still be a quarterback in the league.
Right.
But he kind of reminds me of Bryce Young.
Damn.
Like he's got a stronger arm than Bryce.
Yes.
But their games are similar. And
I can see it.
The difference really between the two of them is that like Bryce Young's team that he went to was god awful.
Yes. That ain't nothing.
There's
nothing.
There's nothing
They had
on that
nothing.
team. Nothing at all. I mean, all he had was Thielen, and Thielen's like 80 years old on one leg, and he still scored 10 touchdowns. But that was it.
Right.
Like,
right.
So I mean, Kyler had right, like a new coach, an offensive-minded coach who brought like a simple college system to him, and he made it happen.
Yes.
But even that, it didn't work completely for more than a couple of years.
Right.
So I mean, I don't know.
Yep. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this game is over. We got through 3 out of our 4 categories. I thought this went outstanding. If we would have had the whole first quarter, we would have gotten through week 7 game previews. But ladies and gentlemen, don't worry about that. It's freaking Thursday.
It just went through.
We did. We actually kind of did just go through them. If you think about it, when it came to our, parlay game. So, yeah.
What are your 3?
My 3 parlays, man. After that conversation, it is, man. My easy ones. It's gonna be the Patriots, right? I like big spreads. I like big spreads. I like the Patriots. I like the Patriots against Jacksonville. I like the Commanders against Carolina.
I was close to that. I definitely think that hits too.
Yeah, I like that one. And then it gets tough, man. But
that might be the biggest spread of the week, though.
It
right?
is. It is.
Is it 9.5 points?
Yes. No, that's Tennessee and Buffalo.
Oh, Tennessee and Buffalo. I think Buffalo.
My bad, Buffalo.
Buffalo was my pick.
Right. But 9.5, that's going to be tough. They might just, you never know those garbage.
Tennessee's defense
they're bad.
Isn't terrible. It's not terrible.
It's not terrible, but their offense is bad. So, it's a tough one.
They're dysfunctional too. They're talking about what to do with Calvin Ridley.
Right.
Like he's a problem in the locker room already.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
I'm glad we didn't get him in New England. we tried to.
Yes,
I'm
you
glad
did.
We didn't.
Yes.
I'm glad we didn't. He doesn't look like he's number 1 anymore.
No, I agree. To be honest, that third game that I'm going to pick, that's a shoe-in. That it's not going to be popular, definitely from my side. It's the Rams. Yeah, it's the Rams game against us. I think they're going to cover with 7. We're going up against Sean McVay, guys. This guy's a freaking genius. And our defense is it's not because Patrick Graham isn't a genius and he can't figure it out. We don't have
the horses anymore.
We don't have the horses with Kuntz, Wilkins, Epps. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. There's no choice. There's no chance in that. So that would be my third. But if I had to pick a fourth, I know it's a tough one in this. I believe in Detroit. I think Detroit is going to knock them off.
Where we differ.
I know.
Right, when we were building our parlays, this is where we cancel that one out because I'm on the other side of that.
Exactly. You think Minnesota? I think Detroit.
Yeah.
Detroit is just pumping. Like,
it's honestly, I believe they've played good teams. They've beat good teams.
I got a question. Do you know this one? Did you know that any team that has played Detroit to date this year has not covered the next game? Any team. Doesn't matter. Every team that Detroit's played, I'm not saying the team lost the next game.
They didn't
cover. That tells you that game took everything out of that team to compete.
But here's the thing. Minnesota's coming off a bye.
That's true. Damn, I didn't think about that. See why I talked to this man? Do y'all see why I talked to this guy? I'm honest, I didn't think about that. I forgot they came off of a bye. That matters, ladies and gentlemen.
But they don't have Aaron Jones, but they do have Cam Akers. So
Cam Akers is not far of a drop off.
Yeah, they're not going to be totally devoid.
No.
But it can go either way. It really can. I feel like Aiden Hutchinson being out is going to be too impactful.
Right. No, this was a fire show, ladies and gentlemen. I thoroughly enjoyed this. What do you think, Spence? Give me your honest opinion.
Thanks for having me on. I loved it. It was a lot of fun.
Awesome.
I can talk sports all day. So.
I know we have been doing it for a decade, and I'm glad to introduce you to the world, man. Real talk. I'm trying to tell y'all, ladies and gentlemen, this man's brain is different. I love it. I love talking to him. I've won parlays, right? He knows. He'll tell you. I listen. I don't think I know everything by any means. So
it's like we're if we were hitting parlays regularly,
we were hitting them together. Yeah, that is true. We did hit a few together for sure. So,
but it's hard. It's hard. The betting lines, like, especially the spread. The spread is set where it is for a reason. Right? Like Vegas knows what they're doing.
They know what they're doing.
It's amazing how close to those numbers the games usually come.
Yep.
You don't usually find they don't get blown out too much, those spreads.
Right. Not at all. It's just either that or a fluke game. It's just it's always one of those things, but it never just materializes that way.
It's hard. Nothing's guaranteed, but if you're hitting more than half of them, then you're winning.
Boom. You definitely would. If you're even hitting half of them, you're winning.
I got 10 last week.
Yeah, that's big. That's big.
It's like this season's been tough. It's been tough. I got 10 first week, and I 1 week I have a 5.
Right.
5. I was like, it's like sometimes the games just go completely opposite to how you think.
And what you think? It happens to me all the time. All the time.
That's the beauty of the game.
It is. No, it actually is. It actually is.
It's like I'm talked myself into the Patriots so badly, like they're gonna get crushed or something, and that's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna wake up on Sunday morning to celebrating on our grave.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. You're getting one last close up, like I say, from Turf Studios. My co-host Spence. I'm so excited, man. I'm telling you guys, man, you are going to enjoy his takes. his mind, all of it. It's the start of something awesome. I can assure you. He doesn't have a channel yet.
No.
Trust me, I tried to get him to get that going because we were going to just fill it up tonight. Get him at least 20, 30 subscribers. We're not there yet with him, but don't worry. It'll come. Great things, right, come to those who wait, if you will, as they say. He's going to create that channel. We're going to get it going for him, man. And again, like I said, it doesn't matter. He's not a Raider fan. Y'all really have to understand this man knows sports. I'm just telling you, certain minds work certain ways. And I am very happy that I could bring this to the rest of the universe, particularly these crazy YouTube streets, because these YouTube streets are crazy. But yeah, you will see him more. We'll have all his, information to connect, all that good stuff online, all of his channels and so forth when we get it going. But yeah, Spence, you got anything to say to the fans, man, to the people that's out here, man, watching football?
Thanks for watching, Raider Nation. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it. It's been a lot of fun. It's can't wait until next time we get to do this.
Yes, sir. Awesome, man. So hey, I will definitely have better production, right? We're gonna get an intro. We're doing this full blown out, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, it's just scratching the surface. I hope you enjoyed the show. Eventually, I will have an accident. You know how we do, man. This is, like I told you, this is TRS affiliate. So until then, we thank you. We appreciate you. Enjoy your night. Peace. We're out. Have a good one, ladies and gentlemen.